in a plane full of people where everyone is trying to murder each other. Suddenly, one of the windows burst open. 12 hours earlier, Agent Hunter receives a message and instantly gets frustrated. He runs to his secret underground office. One of the agents informs him about the situation where their team was attacked by someone in Bangkok. They were attempting to apprehend Ghost, a hacker whose actions have resulted in substantial financial losses for numerous major companies. The hacker is so skilled that nobody knows anything about him. But the new guy, Agent Simon, is able to track him. So he asks his agent to send people to capture him. However, the agent tries to say something, but Hunter gets irritated and he tells him to shut up and do their best before Brunt hears about it. But Brunt is already present there. As Hunter tries to make some excuse, she stops him and asks the agent what the problem is. He replies that they don't have any team on the ground as the ghosts have neutralized them, and Simon shows her the video. But Hunter, stop it. She is now angry at him, scolding, saying they expect results from him. He tells the team to send their Singapore team. But the problem is, it will take time. When Burnt says she has a plan, a drunk man named Lucas is drinking at the bar when he gets a call from his ex-girlfriend. It's Brunt who is asking for his help, but Lucas is not interested as they have a very bad blood between them. He cuts the call, but Burnt has sent some local goons to change his mind. But he runs from there when Burnt again calls him. She says that she can clear his name if he is able to retrieve their target for them. Lucas is hesitant, but decides to take the risk. Burnt says he will get a flight ticket at the airport. They're informed that the ghost is going to San Francisco. Lucas arrives at the airport when a man hands him a passport and a ticket. Hunter receives information that the ghost was shot and stitched up before boarding the plane. Burnt tells them to hit the street doctors, as they may know something. They also informed Lucas about the new information. Flight attendant Garrett prepares his team for the flight, and flight attendants Royce and Isha get ready to welcome the guests. Guests arrive one by one. Lucas, among them, boards the plane and sits beside a guy who is doing some breathing exercises. The plane takes off. Burnt and Hunter are able to locate a doctor who may have treated the ghost. The goons start to interrogate her, when one of the agents informs them that they are not the only one who knows the ghost is on the plane. Someone has leaked that information on the dark web, and now the plane is full of the hitman looking for the same target. But Burnt says that nobody knows what the ghost looks like, so if they find his real identity, they will have an edge. In the flight, Lucas's co-passenger, Kian, starts small talk with him, but he takes leave to check out all the passengers. He comes back to his seat and sees Kian talking to the flight attendant. Seeing him back, he comes there with 2 drinks. He says that he is performing in San Francisco and asks for his advice. Lucas takes the drink and talks to him for a bit. As the man takes leave, he is about to send a message when he starts to feel dizzy. He gets up and soon falls to the ground. Kian comes to his rescue and tells others he has too much to drink. He takes him to the bathroom. He says he gave him a huge amount of toxic, but why is he not sleeping? He smiles and says he has too much toxicity in him already. Kian then starts to beat him up and says nobody will take his bounty. He recognizes he is a hitman when he sets foot on the plane. Lucas tries to dodge his attack, but fails. He starts to choke him when Lucas gathers all his strength and pushes him upwards, pushing his head to a water sprinkler. He then informs Burnt about the situation and takes a shower. He starts eating soap to take out the toxins. A mysterious woman sees a Sky Marshal going to the bathroom and goes behind him. Isha and Royce bang on the door to ask Lucas to come out, or they will call the Sky Marshal. Lucas is trying to get rid of the body and asks them to wait. When Sky Marshal arrive there and threaten to break down the door, he hides the body and opens the door. But seeing the blood, he tries to take out his gun, but Lucas knocks him out and takes the gun. He tells the flight attendants to go inside. He asks them to calm down, but they're freaking out and it doesn't help that Kian's body comes out. He tells them that he is an FBI agent and is looking for a target. He asks them to inform the pilot about the situation and he needs new clothes. After wearing the clothes, he asks Isha to get rid of the gun. He then takes the flight manifest and starts to check out the passengers. Suddenly, Royce informs him that he has found another Air Marshal badge. Lucas sees blood in the waste container. He asks where it goes, and they inform him it's in the cargo hold. Lucas takes Isha, and they go to the cargo hold. They find the body of another fire marshal. Isha is freaking out and sweating. When Lucas says that she is having cold sweat, he also used to have that when he was injured. He tells her to lift her shirt to show him the wound, as she is no one but the ghost. A hitman in the cargo is listening to their conversation silently. Isha denies all the allegations and calls him crazy when, suddenly, the hitman attacks her. But she takes the hitman out. She starts to bleed. Lucas' suspicion is now confirmed. He tells her that the flight is full of hitmen who want to kill her, and he is the only one who needs her alive. So she must stick with him. But she says she can take care of her and won't go with him anywhere. As Lucas can't do anything before the plane lands, he decides to go along with her plane. Together, they go to inform the pilots and tell them to keep the cockpit locked until they land. The pilots do so and try to inform the ground staff, find they lost the connection. Lucas and Isha go to Royce, who is just freaking out. Lucas tells them he will go and check the first class. Isha tells Royce they must carry on with their simple routine. Isha then goes to the passengers and starts serving them drinks. Lucas, in the first class, tries to explain the situation to Garrett when a woman comes comes and attacks him. He neutralizes her when more from the same gang come to fight him. He then starts to take them one by one. A man comes to talk with Isha. He asks him about the money he stole from them and starts to make a rope with his tie. She tells them they earned that money through illegal money laundering. The man is about to attack when he starts to get sick and falls on the ground, as Isha has already spiked his drink. Lucas is still fighting the gangster. He manages to take them all down. Suddenly, he sees his picture on gangster phones. Isha and Royce arrive there. Lucas asks Isha why the gangster has his photo if she did something, but she denies and says they must have come for her as she blows up one of their factory where they are using child labor. Lucas informs Brunt of everything. Hunter is freaking out. He demands to know who Lucas is and how they are connected. She then reveals that Lucas was given a mission to protect a diplomat, but the diplomat has a fetish for beating up young prostitutes. Seeing this, he was angry and beat up the diplomat, but the diplomat brother was the deputy CIA. After that, he was hunted, they used to date, and she sold his whereabouts to the CIA to save his job. Lucas finds out Isha took out a man. She says she just wanted to knock him out. The doctor gave her some medicine, and she may have used it too much. When Garrett comes there and informs them that everyone on the flight has his picture. So Lucas comes out with a tray and starts to fight off with every hitman. Isha also helps him, but he tells her not to attract attention towards her when they both engage with more hitmen. Suddenly, Lucas notices Isha is being attacked. So he runs to his rescue, but he is already injured and gets attacked by a hitman. But Isha manages to neutralize the hitman. Lucas also takes out the man when a woman suddenly attacks him, but Isha runs and stops them, telling them he is her friend. She introduced them as Master Lien and her clan, whom she helped, so they protect her. Suddenly, Lucas falls to the ground as he loses a lot of blood. They patch him up and take him to the cargo hold. They tell Garrett to keep them informed. Burnt and Hunter are able to retrieve the ghost's real information by interrogating the doctor. In the cargo hold, Isha is checking a machine when Lucas comes and asks her deal. She reveals that as a child, she was sold by human traffickers, and her buyer soon discovered her secret talent, and they started to use her hacking skills for their dirty business. But she breaks free from there and decides to help people and punish the bad guys. Lucas asks what the machine is for. She reveals that it's a supercomputer, which cracks any encryption methods in minutes. So in the wrong hands, it can be a weapon. Everyone on the plane also receives Isha's picture and all the information about him. Back in the base, Brunt approaches Hunter and says he is not as smart as he thinks. He tells him to come clean with her, or he will launch an investigation against him. He then chuckles and tells her that a close associate of the ghost approached him and informed him about the machine. This can be used to hack any system in the world. His guy asks for $1 million, but he decides he can take her out and grab that for free. When the Bangkok mission failed, he leaked her fight information on the dark web with a bounty. But Lucas started to cause problems, so he leaked his information also. And now that Isha's identity has been revealed, the plane will land and everyone will be dead fighting each other. He tells her that she can join with him or she can expose him, which also makes her under investigation. Burnt gladly joins her. Now it's revealed they work in an app company that secretly does government dirty work. The hitmen on the plane start breaking down the shaft to go to the cargo hold. Garrett informs them about the situation. Master Lien checks the shaft and says it will not hold for longer. Hearing this, Lucas decides to go upstairs, but he is heavily injured, so he takes a shot of adrenaline. But soon he starts to act like he is super high, when Master Lien shows Isha that he has taken toad venom. It takes a ski tool as a weapon and gets ready to fight. Master Lien, with her associate, goes up from another way. They then start a fight with the hitman. Others, hearing the commotion, leave the shaft and go inside to join the fight. Lucas then opens the shaft and goes to the fighting area. He starts seeing weird things. He sees the blood as fireworks. He also joins the fight. Two hitmen take out a gun. They about shoot when one of Master Lien's subordinates attacks him, but they shoot him. Another one blasts his gun as everyone dodges. Mr. Lien takes out his gun, but one already hits a window and the one section of the plane blasts open. The pilots rush to take a lower altitude to keep it in control. Fighting is still happening in the cockpit. The plane comes down and the air pressure returns to normal, but one of the co-pilots is freaking out and opens the door. Soon, the pilot gets attacked and another pilot tries to help, but they both get wasted as the plane stabilizes. Hitman again gets up ready to fight when Isha comes with a saw and gives that to Lucas, and he starts to take out everyone with it. Isha and Lien start to take the remaining passenger to safety. Fighting Lucas falls when Lien's associate comes to rescue, but soon gets wasted. Lucas again gets up to fight. One of the hitmen regains consciousness and goes to shoot Isha when Lien shields her and gets shot, but Isha takes out her pin to take down the assassin. One of the assassins is still in the room, but Lucas just throws the chainsaw at him. Two guys come out from the pilot cabin, informing that the pilots are no longer with them. In the the airport, Bernd and Hunter are waiting for the plane, but never landed. Bernd is pissed and takes out a gun to take down Hunter. She then calls Lucas, who is with Isha, trying to fly the plane. She asks if he is going to fulfill his mission. Lucas replies that she won't be able to do that. She then asks him about the machine and says that if he gives that to her, she will clear her name. But Lucas says he won't do it as he wants her dirty business to get exposed. Bernd starts to threaten him, but he just cut the call. He then tells Isha he will try to fly the plane. When she replies, pilots are never flying the plane. It is the machine. They were never going to San Francisco. Lucas has lost too much blood and thanks her for everything and then falls asleep. He wakes up in a building, hearing fighting outside. He gets up to check and a wall gets blasted. Isha comes there and is happy because he is not dead, but she says they are not finished. So this was the recap of the 2025 movie Fight or Flight. For more movie recaps like this, check out our channel.